Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Bruce Williams, and today I'm going to be reviewing my newest Seiko diver. I got the SRP775. This is the turtle, the black steel and gold version, and it is one cool watch. I really like it. There are some drawbacks to it. I will get into all those details right now. Okay, so let me bring this up close for you guys to look at. I think that this is one cool watch. I've had it for about a week, and I've really enjoyed wearing it. It has a presence in real life, kind of a special factor that really just pops, and it's hard to describe it. When you see it in the flesh, you know that this is something special. It's a really, really cool watch. It is modeled after the 6309 reference Seiko, the original turtle. It's not an exact replica, but it is very similar in size and carries the same design DNA. So we have a 45 millimeter case width with a 13 millimeter case height and a 48 millimeter lug to lug length. So it's a big watch. It's got some heft, it's got some presence, and on the wrist, it looks really, really cool. I have a 7.25 inch wrist, and although it's big, it's very manageable, it's very wearable, and I haven't found it to be uncomfortable. I think it really just pops, it kind of in your face and says, look at me, look at my vintage goodness, look how cool I am. As silly as that sounds. So that's what it looks like on the wrist. I really like the hands and the indices. They have a faint gilt surround. You can see the little metallic reflection there on the end of each indice. So it adds some pop, it adds some dimension, some depth to the dial. I really like that. Also the gilt printing is very tastefully done. It's very subdued and subtle. When you look at the watch far away, the prominent feature, the hands and indices, you bring it close and you get that subtle printing, come to play. And I think that's awesome. Also, looking at the 12 o'clock position, you get that hilted sword that's framed between those two markers. Just really cool touch, something that found on the original turtle. I like the bulbous, cushion case. It's it's very bold. It screams vintage, and it's nicely finished. You can see, the edging is crisp and clean, and the brushing is deep. The polishing is really well done, and it's just really cool. If we turn it over, you can see that case back. We have a raised, polished medallion there in the center with the tsunami wave logo that Seiko puts on their divers. Very cool. Overall, I'm just thrilled with the design. It's awesome. I couldn't be happier with the price point, and then with this heritage beloved design that Seiko has brought back from their past. The movement is Seiko's 4R36. It's an in-house 21,600 BPH 24 jewel movement. It's hackable and it hand winds as well. Mine's running at plus 2 seconds per day, which is absolutely fantastic. Couldn't be happier with that. I hope that accuracy continues, and I will keep you guys up to date on the movement in future videos. So another awesome feature about this watch is the lume. We have very thick printed Lumibrite, the newest formula, and I'll tell you what, it just glows like a torch and it lasts a long time. I really, really enjoy the lume. And you guys, you buy this watch, you're also going to love that lume. It's just super, super bright. So let me show you the action of the bezel now. We have a 120 click unidirectional bezel. It is pretty standard when it comes to Seiko bezels. I'd say it's very comparable to the Seiko SKX. But that will bring us to what I think is the biggest drawback of this watch, and that is going to be how the bezel aligns with the chapter ring and how the chapter ring aligns with the indices on the dial. Seiko's been a little notorious recently for giving us misaligned chapter rings, bezels, and unfortunately, yes, the issue is still present here on the new turtle. So you can see that bezel's a little skewed to the right. If I move it one click over, it's skewed to the left. So that's rather disappointing. So if you can find one in stores, I would recommend looking at it before you purchase to find one that is acceptable to you, because in all likelihood there's probably going to be a little bit of misalignment to some degree. But other than that, it's just a seriously cool offering. I've been really happy with mine, and I can recommend it to other Seiko fans. I think I think this is going to be a very popular, very well received watch over the next years. And I like that Seiko is expanding their color options that they're offering as well. That's also a big plus. I do plan on getting the silicone rubber strap that some of the models come on. I think it looks comfortable, I think it looks cool, and will really bring out the black here in this version. So I will be purchasing one myself in a little while, but let me talk about the bracelet just briefly. We have a solid end-link, solid link bracelet. The links are fairly short, so it's got a nice drape. It's comfortable, and it's just really solid for the price point. I'm impressed with the bracelet. You can see here the end links are machined really well there. They fit between those lugs perfectly. There's no play, there's no give, there's no gap. It's just a nice snug fit. I do want to show you one thing. It might be of some note to some of you. The band says on the clasp, stainless steel Z, band China. So apparently the bracelet's made in China, for those of you that are interested in that. But it's nice and hefty, it's nice and solid, and I've enjoyed the quality. I think the quality is here. There are two little things that I do want to mention for you guys to be aware of. The end links are totally solid. There's no little gap where you can access the spring bar from the back side. So taking off the bracelet's no problem because we have drilled lugs, but getting it back on is just a little bit more difficult because you can't angle the spring bar down into a gap because they do not exist on these solid end links. So a little bit of a design flaw there, not a huge deal. The other thing to be aware of are the links. They have a new pin and collar system that keeps them together, and there are two collars that go on the ends, on both ends of a small link, or of a small pin. So sizing the bracelet, in honesty, it's a pain, and getting the both colors in on both sides and hammering it together is it's just a hassle. So if you're not experienced in sizing bracelets, I would recommend taking it to a jewelry store and just spending the extra money to save yourself some headache in the future. Other than that though, the bracelet's great, the watch is great. I think that this is a keeper for me despite its minor drawbacks. I think it has a great place in my Seiko diver collection. I've got an SKX here, and I have my favorite, the Marine Master, the SBDX012. So very cool collection. I enjoy wearing each of these watches. They all get wrist time. And I can recommend the Turtle without reservation to you guys, bearing in mind those drawbacks that I did mention. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I would be more than happy to elaborate or to go into any amount of detail concerning any aspects of the watch. And I will be doing a comparison shortly of the SKX and the Turtle for those that would be interested in that head-to-head. So until then, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.